Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation. Not just creation getting created. Even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created. And pulling out of delusion need to be created. Liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagwan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Powerful cognition from Bhagavad Gita Decode. Let's go to listen to the Bhagavan Satsang for powerful cognition.
Gamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Tatravasyastidan Partha Pitru Nadapidamahan Acharyan Madulan Pratrun Putran Pautran Suhinstatam. Arjuna sees in the army his fathers, grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends, and also his father-in-law and well-wishers. He sees all his family, his own family, standing there. When he saw everything, he started speaking. Next sloka is beautiful. Sloka. Drishtvevam svajanam Krishna yuyutsum samubhastitam Sidanti mama gatrani muganja parisushyati. My dear Krishna, after seeing my friends and relatives present here, with the fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body shaking and my mouth drying up. This sloka needs to be understood deeply. After seeing my relatives and friends, I feel I am not able to fight. Vevaduscha sarire me roma harshascha jayate gandivam stiram stehastat tvakchaiva paridahyate. My whole body is trembling. My hair is standing on end. My bow gandiva, the bow, is slipping from my hand and my skin is burning. This chapter is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. We should understand the meaning of this chapter. Vishada means depression. All these things are symbolic. An important message is given to us. Only when you are depressed, you are ready for spirituality. Please be clear. Only when you see the depression in your life, when you see the depression in your life, you are ready for spirituality. Depression of success. Depression of success. Please understand, you will never have depression if you fail. When you fail, what happens to you is not depression. That cannot be called as depression. It is failure. You have hope to stand up. You have hope. You think, if I achieve that, I may become happy. I may become blissful. But the depression of success is the real depression. Even the hope which comes by the desires is lost. For example, if you invested some money in business and you lost your wealth, you always have a hope. You can work again. You think, oh, when I achieve my money back, I will be happy. Don't bother. Let me work. There are so many thousands of self-help books. This how-to series. If you want to become mad, read these self-help books. Straight way to madness. Whatever you can't practice, just write a book and publish it, it will become a bestseller. Because everybody is having the same struggle. You will be resonating their words. It's how-to books. Somehow you will read some how-to books and you have a hope. You can postpone your depression. But the depression of success, nothing can be done. Nothing can be done. Any intelligent man will face this depression of success around the age of 40 to 45. This is the scale to find out whether you are intelligent or not. Please be very clear. If you are around 40 to 45 and you are not depressed, if you don't have the depression of success, please be very clear, there is something seriously wrong in your life. There is something seriously wrong in your life. One person came to me and asked me, Swamiji, on NRI, non-residential India. He came and told me, Swamiji, I came to this country with a big list, a big house with a swimming pool, 2 cars, and a beautiful family, at least $2 million in bank balance, this much of share. All these things I made as a list before coming here. I thought I will take 10 years to achieve all these things. But I achieved the whole thing in 5 years. And you know how Indians work. And really, these guys work hard and save just like Indian habit, saving for generations. He says, in 5 years I made the whole thing, Swamiji. If I tick all the points, now all the points I have covered. Suddenly I realized I achieved what I want to achieve, but I have not achieved what far I want to achieve all these things. I achieve what I want to achieve, but I have not achieved what far I want to achieve all these things. I thought I will be happy, blissful once I have all these things. This guy must have been fantasizing, seeing some TV program, lying just in the bank swimming pool, in that swimming suit, with his wife next to him, with all the bottles and the umbrella in Hawaii Beach. That must have been the scene this guy would have visualized when he was writing this slip. But the poor guy missed one important point. He visualized all outer things, but he forgot he need to have an inner space which can relax. He has visualized everything, including a smiling face, but he forgot something is necessary in your inner space for you to relax like that. Just a beach or a swimming pool or an umbrella or a glass or a chair, easy chair or a swimming suit cannot make you relax. Just that cannot give you relaxation. That cannot make you feel blissful. That cannot give you the whole thing. There is something more. What is called inner space. The inner space, you need to achieve something in the inner space to relax and rest. A man who is just working, running for the outer space without thinking or bothering about the inner space enters into the depression around the age of 40 to 50, 40 to 45. Once you achieve whatever you want to achieve in the outer space and you try to lie down the same way in the beach as you visualized, a beautiful beach, beautiful swimming pool, and your chair, and your umbrella, your wife, your swimming suit, everything is there. But suddenly you realize you are not able to relax.
How the individual consciousness gets awakened and how depression is a blessing and depression of success makes you more intelligent than what you are. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramana, Shiva Sutra here,
is taken from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. Shakti Sandhane Sharirotpatihi. Shakti Sandhane Sharirotpatihi.
Bhagavan Paramashiva says in the Shiva Sutra 1.19, by aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, uniting in oneness with supreme power, the embodiment of that which is cognized and willed manifests at once in length, breadth, depth, time, and space dimension. That cognition is what powerful cognition that Bhagavan is giving again and again. How we exist, how we need to exist. At 42, why depression happens, depression of success, how will awaken our very core identity, like what are we made of, who are we, what is happening in my life, why is it this life doing all this, what is the meaning of it? When we start getting awakened to the higher reality, questions come to our life. We are having the boredom and tiredness of living casual way. How long can we just survive the casual way of existence? And how it awakens us that whatever we do in the outer world is nothing but does not satisfy us. However beautiful the apsaras are, however long they spend, which can never fulfill who you are. You are is more important than what you are chasing. Like Bhagavan beautifully says, you have a wonderful coin which you lost in the home, but because you don't have a light in the home, you go and search under the street light. You can never find it because it never exists there. You can only find it in your home where you lost it. So beautiful. Bhagavan gives us an awakening of how the depression wakes you up. When everything is done, there is no desire, you don't have anything to run around for. So you start looking within, what is that I am looking for? And that awakens the higher reality. Again and again, Bhagavan asks us to align to the space, I am Paramashiva. Paramashiva who's in me, manifest as my desire, manifest as my apsaras, manifest and fulfill my desires, because everything is one and the same, which is manifesting as reality. If you see in our body parts, we are not jealous of each of them. We are not angry with each of them. We do not have even the identity of each of them. There is nothing. The body does not say, hey, I'm a hand. I am better than you. You are just a leg. You can only put your leg on dirty things. I am a hand. Only on precious food I put my hands. No, it is always in the completion space. The body does not try to own you. You are the one who try to own the body, saying, this is my body, this is how I function, this is what my body can do. All the things that we think this matter can do is our body. And Bhagavan beautifully says how they sing a song when taking a pot. They do all kinds of things to make a pot, take a pot, and the person who's taking the pot sings and dances and breaks the pot. That is exactly how we do the life. We go on asking for a human body, and once we get the human body, we distract them into all the delusion and forget who we are, and then again go back to the depth. Again and again we have the birth-death cycle. Is because of unconscious way of living and not seeking higher reality. Here Bhagavan says how he is maneuvering the whole thing to more and more seeking, because seeking itself is intelligent enough to awaken you to the ultimate reality. Such a beautiful satsang and powerful cognition. Let's move to, he began to cry and bray like an ass. And hearing that sound, the asses, vultures, jackal, crows uttered their respective cries responsively. Violent wind began to blow and there was fires in various directions. Vidura told him that when these frightful omens are noticed at the birth of the eldest son, it is evident that he shall be in the worst of your race, the destroyer of your race. The prosperity of all depends on his abandonment. Thus saying, he asked Dhritarashtra to kill the child. This is in Mahabharata, Adi Parva, section 115, page 242. The Atma Pramana.
The equivalent of this from the modern physics point of view. My understanding might be very limited, but I think, see, for example, what these guys are telling us now is that when we observe certain phenomena, we change the result.
See, they only gone up to the breadth of the physics.
Breadth.
See, length of the physics is A plus B is C, 1 plus 1 is 2. Now, this whole observer changes the result is only a breadth of the physics. Still the fools have not gone to the depth of the physics.
Understood, Swamiji.
Understand?
Yes, Swamiji.
Now I can move my hand and move the sun is the depth of the physics.
Understood, Swamiji. All these mystical powers, all this is completely...
See, I can move my hand here and move the sun there. is the depth of the physics. Very difficult for the physics to grasp. Even the breadth of the physics they are catching only after so many hundreds of years.
Yes, Swamiji.
Understand? You see, length of the physics is Newton. Breadth of the physics is observer influences the observed. The depth of the physics will be quantum. Not this guys, the quantum word they are using. In this, the quantum word they are using, they are trying to show more an agnostic, atheist way of, this is the way the parallel universe exists, but they are not saying our will has a powerful role to play with the parallel universe. See, the moment you say there is certain will which plays, then the independent intelligence operating the whole mechanism need to be accepted, which is Sadashiva,
Yes.
which they don't want. Yes. That is why they are trying to keep the depth of the physics as agnostic as possible due to their unscientific stupidity.
Understood, Swami.
See, what is unscientific? Not exploring because of your vested interests. Agnosticism, removed from quantum physics, will make the scientist a genuine seeker, will lead them to enlightenment.
Understood, Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji.
Anybody who has studied little quantum physics?
Swamiji.
You can, of course, there I know so many, Rajesh, it's agnosticism, not letting the quantum physicists do the real scientific depth because of their vested interest of not letting the independent intelligence possibility of existence. They go on denying, not looking at that direction, that parallel universe as a possibility of the will's existence of manipulation and manifestation. The difference between the agnostics and the Agama. Agama is very clear. The depth of the physics as an independent intelligence playing the creation, maintenance, destruction, delusion, liberation part. And understand, I am manifesting powers to establish theism of the quantum physics. The theistic quantum physicist is my Balasans.
Beautiful. Now let's go to Shakshi Pramana. Millions of devotee disciple initiated by Sir Bhagwan who have manifested and experienced these powers and sharing with the world. Let's go witness the sharing.
I submitted my PhD thesis in computer science from NTU in Singapore. And it's been a great blessing to be working and be a part of Nithyananda Yogam. And yesterday in the Shakti Nipata, or the entanglement process, we were with Ma Atma Maya. I'd like to add on to what Ma Bodhana was saying. We picked up riddles. And best part is Ma Atma Maya says, pick the hard, level hard. Don't go to the easy ones. So we went to the hardest levels, and we took more than 20 of them. And I remember each of them, she was able to see the answers in less than 10 seconds. Some of them in just 2 seconds. Like, she just gets the answer in front. And in fact, to tell you, even to decode what a riddle is, I think I would take about at least 15 minutes to understand what the question is, forget alone getting the answer to it. So it was very complex, and I'm sure the others would agree with me. And the other thing which we did was very interesting was patterns on cards. So there were like about 18 cards with some patterns. And you have to tell what the 18th card would be. So you need to look at the pattern and then say what the last one is. And we did 6 of them. Each of them, she got it in 2 seconds. And it's very complex. When I opened the answers for each of them, they give like a huge algorithm how to do it. First, you need to do this, multiply, divide, add, something, something. The answer is so long, but she was just able to see the answer in like 2 seconds. I think that was amazing.
Prataksha Pramana. Scientific studies. What can be measured? Measuring the effects of being in enlightenment state. Vedic sciences have always maintained that consciousness is the very substance of space and time. His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Paramahamsa Nithyananda, has clearly defined the existence of 11 dimensions of consciousness. As per his elucidation, space can exist by itself. On the other hand, time can exist only in the presence of space, but can still exist without other dimensions, including the obvious ones, depth, length, and breadth. Source from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 2, Consciousness, page 83. In quantum terms, thought too is energy. Every cell of our body produces thoughts in the form of signals, which may be electrical, chemical, or otherwise. These can be measured in TPS, or thoughts per second. The normal TPS of the average human being can be hundreds of or thousands. Some thoughts are processed consciously, while others are processed unconsciously. A TPS of 0 is the state of Advaita, or enlightenment. Space is made up of strings of potential energy, which are in constant vibration, spanda, leading to the creation of virtual particles. This is a very basis of the Vedic truth of consciousness. In the Avatar Shastra, Swamiji mentions quantum physicist Amit Goswami's article about entanglement between two people. Quantum physicist of Indian origin, Amit Goswami, made two people meditate together. They were separated in 2 chambers, one person in each. When one person had a light stroked at his eye, it caused the firing of certain frequency in the brain. Remarkably, at the same moment, the other person's brain also fired, even though he never saw the light. This proves that the energies of people intuitively affect each other.
There are 2 kinds of movement in the world. One kind of movement is maximum speed limit with the speed of light. That's the kind of movement that is allowed in the domain that we call space and time. That's where matter moves, that's where things look diverse. But the other kind of domain is where the speed of communication is infinite. We call it non-local. That's the domain of potentiality. And if there is instant connection in that domain, then do you see it got to be one? If things are instantly interconnected, that interconnectedness is oneness. That is the oneness that mystics and spiritual teachers talk about. That is the oneness. So simply by recognizing that objects are possibilities, we are looking at a oneness. And then it's just a question of language. Question of language. What should I call this oneness?
Setting up the item for length dimension for astronomical detail using the Kavi and the Yantra, camera with the timestamp, Jnana Anjana, Kavi or Yantra, and pen and paper. This is the Yantra you can use. Take few minutes to set up the camera, download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure that the time is shown on the screen very clearly and vividly. Make sure the camera is facing you and a bright and a clear place. The Yantra or Kavi is also seen and your paper is also seen in the camera. Guidelines to manifest the powers. Turn on the video recording. Apply the Jnana Anjana through third eye. Bring the awareness on your third eye. Randomly ask the astronomical details has defined answer to compare like dates, position, happening, keywords use the banyan leaf, and if you have Jnana Anjana, apply the Jnana Anjana, and whatever gets revealed, just make a note it down. And if the results are exactly matching the astronomical dates, position, happening, that would be perfect manifestation. If you have some portion of it right, you have started manifesting. Continuously you manifest, simply the revelation will be deeper and deeper. Verify it authentically and share your videos with powerful cognition with others and listen to others' experience of manifestation. Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me, why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you
Before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched, by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not
visualization, oneness is not even just declaration, it is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here, Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection. So they start manifesting the powers. They start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, You'll be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Verifying process for astronomical details on Yantra. Verify length dimension. Verify no video editing is done on the Shakti Avishkarana manifestation video. Verify video is not stopped or restarted in the process of manifestation. All videos have timestamp and videos have wide angle view. Do not tamper the questions by showing the method of giving clues or is prohibited. Do not prepare the questions or answer in front of them. If the answer is different metric system, please go ahead and convert it and then verify. Do not use any electronic device or books during the manifestation. Give complex astronomical questions, so no simple questions. You will know that how third eye has revealed. Authentically, the result should match as seen exactly by anyone commonly, and do not interpret the result in any way to compare the results. Thank you for manifesting this power. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar manifesting power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us. and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity, Bhagavan says. The quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham